Welcome guys on the Sunday ping pong Sunday, what I call it today, just because of the price action and what we did. Unfortunately, this is gonna be quite a short video this time, just because I had the stream session 1.5 hours ago, and I realized that my recording didn't go well, so as it needed to go. So now I need to pre-record anything what I just said before. I'm not gonna do it that long. Just gonna go and keep it a short update. What I think about price action, what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, and what we just did. All right. So let's get over it quite quick. So unfortunately, weekly it still doesn't look good. Like I said, this is my point of interest first. Well, we're gonna go lower to the price action. And the second one is around here, 61, 62. And of course, this is the lowest wick. I'm not gonna concern that. Might be. Okay, let's say we're gonna go there, but what I want to see is more this price action, just to hold the body candle. Those three are actually four, but those levels are what I'm looking at it. Nothing in between, nothing less, nothing more. So I'm still looking to go down for it. Why? Just because we still doesn't have the strength to go up. We still have the semi gap above us. We did close the one below, but still we formed the one on the top. Let's see how we're gonna go do this week. Not gonna be much, I guess, on a CME gap, so that's gonna be a short one. But let's see how the close of the weekly is gonna be. Even then, it looks quite a little bit shitty, in my opinion. And if we're gonna start closing literally below the March open, then definitely the Q2 is still on the table and the 74 level. Why I'm looking at that level, actually, this one and this one, just because I inverted it a little bit too quick, just because we did it already previously, this level, but I just set it up. Same price action, right? When you see it, wick, 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 and we might have a wick, right? Exactly the same ping pong session. So that's why I'm looking at it. We don't copy each other, or the market doesn't copy each other. Well, we do rhyme. So that's the weekly perspective. Daily, not much to see. We had a quite big buy and sell session over here. That was 2 weeks ago. And so far, we're still trading the upside. We had one push, but we created a new low. Didn't gain anything significant. So far, still continuation. 4 hour, the price action today from the weekend, it's quite significant on the low of the volume. You can see it over here. Really perfect price action, actually. And yeah, that says as well, even if we gain this, right, like I always say on 4 hour, doesn't mean much for me, just because after that we create this price action. It says low volume, low volatility, and what we're gonna do now, it will be significant or liquidation grab. Why? We always do it. If you see this kind of price action, low on the candles and bodies, that's the liquidity grabs constantly. We need that. We need that to move the market, especially in the weekends. They do that. They close the bots or whatever particular way of doing it. So we did lick grab, and even if you don't see it on the high time frame, you see quite of the pattern in the candles, right? But if you go lower, that's getting a little bit more significant of ping pong price action of liquidity grab. And like I was saying, I was thinking, if this is going to be the resistance, I will short that, and even this I will long this. Why? Both ways might get hit with the liquidity. So far, if you go to 10 minutes, I'm gonna show you a small cheat code what we just did, and there we have it, guys. It's still exactly the same price action. nothing is manipulated. It's just they hold it really low and tight. If this you high, this you low, this you lower high, this you high, this you low, this is you lower high, right? Nothing changed. Then you broke to it. What you did, you grab all the 150 axes. What do we do after that? Quite aggressively, we come back just because we grabbed those liquidity, so we had the stamina to go up. And look what we did. We grab all of this, and right now we're falling off. We might hold it a little bit or go lower. I'm assuming we will do something like this, that we might bounce from here, and then actually what I'm kind of is wondering if we're gonna do this and then go lower. So the kind of is the three-way strive, right? But yeah, let's see how that's gonna play out. So far is just a liquidity grab, like I said, nothing else to mention. That quite a good price action, to be honest. Really simple, basically, as well. Like even if it's a liquidity grab, it doesn't matter, because without the indicator you still can trade it. Why? This you high, this your previous low, right? You fail it, you fail it, you fail it. Where do you go? You failed this price action, you close below. Yes, we did, right? So there it is. What you gonna do then? You go to the resistance. Where's the resistance? It's over here. The one structure what we didn't gain, where we fail constantly from it. There is your price action. Nothing else to say about it. There is nothing manipulated. There is nothing else to be mad or something about it. It's just perfect price action on lower time frame. If this is going to be the 4 hour, you would trade that on the 4 hour. Same thing on 10 minutes or 1 minute. It doesn't matter. Same thing. And what do we do? This you high, this you low, this you lower high. That's the whole structure and price action. Nothing else to add. Like I said, my point of interest is this and this for the local range, or maybe go a little bit higher to the next resistance. Let's see how that's gonna play out. First thing first, let's go by and see what did we do on the higher time frame. Not much. Still, this didn't change. We didn't even come close to it, so I'm not gonna go even over that. But now we had our low. This you high, this is another low, this is your lower low even, and right now we are in middle position, kind of ish, grinding it. So far, fail this, go lower, create another one. You might even go over here, just because there is nothing else to hold us in between. Get bounce, continue, or even go higher. It doesn't matter. Still, guys, I don't know how much I can stress this enough. Since January, nothing changed. Nothing. It's not again that we're shorting, that we are still in the same price action. Doesn't matter how aggressive the buybacks are. Doesn't matter how the market looks or what people thinks about it. This matters, and only this matters. That just shows you the way how we trade. And actually, and you look at this, like on the bigger picture, quite perfect distribution, right? So that's why we're still going lower. We didn't do anything on the liquidation sides as well on the higher time frame. Not much to add to it. Still didn't change. I'm looking at it daily basis on the closes. On the daily basis, not even like this get filled. Anyway, close to that. Not even those gaps didn't fill. So over here we have dead zone, right? And it's quite close to our price action. Over here it's dead zone. Here is a dead zone. So still nothing of this got filled. We still trying every single day. We're filling 1 or 2 to the downside, and we start to grab them constantly. There is one, this one. There been over here one to grab to the upside, and over here. That's all what we grab to the upside. Yeah, okay, sometimes we had this one. That's all. But look, comparing to the downside, how much we grabbed already for leverage liquidity. So that already gives you as well perspective, like how the market might play from the next day or day after. So that's the definition as well. Like I'm following. Yes, there is still more to the upside, closer to us, but even then, we came quite aggressive to the upside over here. We didn't grab it. We came back. We pushed as well over here. We grabbed just one, not even go higher. So the strength isn't there. Even if it shows you that we gain this over here or this over here, still it's not the strength that you want to see. You want to see like quite more aggressive upwards, grab the liquidity, grab this, hold it and continue, right? But so far, even this not gonna fill, this not gonna be filled, this, and we have this kind of gaps on the upside. There is no point. Let's grind it more. And how are you gonna do that? Capture longs and shorts. How do you do that? With the shitty price action, how people like to say, or how do they like to call it, right? So that's kind of my perspective on the price action of Sunday. It's ping pong again. We're quite doing that often lately, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Nothing bad about it. Just boring. Just boring price action. That's all. And then let's see how we're gonna do. I mean, I would like to see any holds as well. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I would like to see something like this, you know, and go ups, long anything significant. But I'm not gonna long anything before I'm gonna really see on the high time frame change of character. That means what I just show you, something like this. Like, I really want to see this, and then again you will go for this resistance, you come back, and then you go up. This one lower low with the high before, that gives you like better and bigger perspective to go higher. But so far I'm not looking at this. Why? I'm looking at something like this because we are still failing. So we might go lower, come over here when I say like on the 74, come back, go lower, and then try to do something like this. Maybe with the wick to the downside, something like that. And that's your price prediction for the high time frame. And that's your wick into the support. That's your V bottom, even how we like to call it. What we go by, we hold the levels, we gain the levels back, and we continue to the upside. You grab everything. We had the panic, the markets got wild, everything stopped out, everybody's out, and market carry on to the upside. That's what they want, and that's what they only will go for. So in my opinion, still continuation to the downside, nothing changed on the bigger side. Still you're gonna gain this. We might see any kind of reversal from it, but that's still far away from us so far. And we really need to see any step in from the bulls instead of only small push up price action. So that's why I say like not gonna be much change for now till you're gonna see any breakouts to the upside. So unfortunately, like I said, it's gonna be a small prediction, a small video today, just because I lost my recording meanwhile I was streaming. So I didn't realize it till it was like 30 minutes into the recording. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And I don't want to have a gap in the YouTube list. So that's why I'm going to pull out a small one. And yeah, let's see how that's going to play out. And even if you look at this like on the bigger price action, just FYI, so far, you kind of bearish backtest your previous swing. So there is as well another confirmation. But we don't have the strength for it. Even if it was a fake out, we still continue. See how that this candles close. If these candles come back and we start closing above and we really form the structure, then we might say like, yeah, there is more to grab and let's see if we're gonna do this, right? So that might be. But so far, doesn't look pretty, especially the 1 hour buyback on that candle. Well, let's see if you're gonna hold this, then you're gonna hold this maybe, then is this your last resort? If not, you go lower. And yeah, That's I guess all for today. 50 minutes short recording, fortunately. And yeah, one more thing what I want to show you, what I show on the stream as well today. So we know our famous liquidations levels, what are really important when we go buy, when we grab, when we go for the lick grab or whatever. We use them. I use them. They are really good, really effective, and yeah, specifically they're accurate as well, because we always have a really big reaction from the levels, so it's quite good to keep them in mind. But there is as well another trick to them, and that trick as well gives me the perspective how we trading right now, and in which perspective we as well kind of each go in our trading. So there is a trick to it, and that is in the settings you change the levels into the bands. That means all of those levels over here, the numbers and the colors, they will get like pushed into the one group all together, and average from all of those levels, we create a bands. That band is one of the strongest and most accurate bands that we know of. And just to give you a perspective on the daily time frame, imagine this band. Let me switch off those. So this is the average of the 2x, this is the average of 5, this is 10, 25, and then in the middle you have the 150 axis, right? And that's our core band. That's what we call the core. That's the most important one. Same on the downside. So this band is, you trade inside that band. But now it comes the kicker. Trade it above the golden line, so the 150x. So you mean that we took out the 150x to the downside and we trade from then above, you go higher. Trade it below. There you go. Trade it below. That means you keep trading to the downside. So it means same like gain of the levels. Gain your core, you go higher. Fail your core, you go lower. So far, what did we do over here? Previous range, what we used to be. Bounce from it, bounce from it, bounce from it, bounce from it. And that bounce give us over here. We bounce once from it, we trade inside of it, we fail that, and where do we have? Where do we are now? Right? Like, this is perfect. Perfect price action, perfect trading below the band if you continue. And now we continue. So we might go once more again to it and then fail it off, really gain it and go continue it. So that's what gives me as well quite significant price action. Like, okay, we still going to the downside because we didn't do any significant damage to the upside. And then on the 4 hour, you can see it as well, quite accurate as well. And quite fun actually how you're gonna do it, because over here it was your high, the highest point of the market of Bitcoin. We start failing it, and look what we did. We trade inside it, fail it, come back, and then we never came back to it. Now we start to really get inside of it. We came in and then fail it again, right? That's how accurate they are, and that's how powerful they are. We start to fail this structure, right? We came back because there was nothing more to grab, come back aggressively, and look what we did. Bang, spot on. Again, trade inside it, bang, spot on. And look what we're doing right now. We come into it, and we might go lower, right? Just because we're still trading below that band. If so not, see the flip, start trading above it or gain anything. Like, for example, we could do this, then yeah, more to the upside. But here as well, right? More to the upside. So far, we still below this band already from January. So not much to add to that and not much to say to that. Just because that's what I'm going by. I will always follow those ones. That's quite as a textbook. And it works on both ways as well. So that's the perfect example for it. So yeah, that's my kind of opinion about the market so far. Quite short, I know. Fortunately, I'm sorry. Next week I'm gonna hope fix the issue what it was on the streaming. And yeah, so far so good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I will see you on the flip side.